everybody, and welcome to DTC Blow and Smoke Podcast. I am your host, Hanson Pierce, back again. First one of the year, we've got, as always, Mr. Wild Bill.
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
We have Mr. I can't even call you Stash anymore.
Fuck that one up.
No, I just looking at his chin. It's like
A full
overgrowth
goatee.
on balls or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
We have Tony in the house. Everybody say hi, Tony.
Good evening.
Yes.
Evening, yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. Excellent. Today we are going to be bringing up a little bit of the out with the old and in with the new, kind of our little thing that we go by, especially right now. For anybody that's listening to this, we will already be moving our stuff into a new building, making a new wave and a new chapter for Deadwood Tobacco Company, and we are all super excited. I mean, hold down the cheer, fellas. Jesus Christ. Christ.
I'm excited to get over there. I'm not
Yeah.
excited about the
The move?
Yeah.
Well,
No, I mean, it's real good that we got age on our side.
yes, because we did this in multiple stages.
Ages and aches. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sounds good. Huh. Is that the new part? Because we've never had that before.
No. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of the new part. The production guy not being able to take care of his stuff in the background. Yep.
Yep.
Got it. Check.
you might as well
Mike
just
Moo.
sit and wait for it to go off.
I mean, we could. Anybody got a topic?
Yeah, so as far as old, everybody's been coming in since we've been advertising on TVs about everything's going to change, right? Sure, some things are going to change, like any spot. They got to add new wood, they got to add new lighting, things like that. But I can guarantee the attitudes of the team members that are on board isn't going to change.
Right. If anything, they might increase just a titch from not being super fucking cold or super fucking
Well,
hot.
I mean, you're going to have to get more vocal. It's 15-foot ceilings and bigger, so you're going to have to scream louder.
Not this fella. I'm a foghorn. And a leghorn.
We haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you'll
Now,
see.
the leg, yeah, I believe you can twist that 6 different ways. He walks backwards on his feet.
I do not walk backwards. I drag backwards. I can turn my feet about 180 degrees.
You should be careful on the word choice,
Why? What
because
did I say?
drag could offend people.
Oh, shit. You know I'd wear a prom dress if you guys
I
would let
know,
me.
but that's at Halloween.
Oh, God. That's on a Thursday.
You mean you're still asking for candy?
Certain kinds, yes.
So what have we learned moving from 2006 to 2022?
I mean, I
Wow.
can only say for the last 2 years, but to watch, I mean, the most notable thing, obviously, the introduction of the Chasing the Dragon, the Deadwood Tobacco Company Chasing the Dragon. But to watch that kind of blow up more than I think anybody really expected. I mean, there was numbers in mind, and then there was the expectations, and then the exceeding of expectations and numbers, and
Numbers.
making.
The numbers were not anywhere near the ideology of what the thing could do.
Right.
It surpassed Saturn. It wasn't
Indeed.
something that was planned. It was the universe.
No, yeah, it was happy.
DTC, CTD.
Yep.
No, I mean the first. I don't want to throw out the number because it's still quiet. And
No,
it's
no,
our
that's
number,
fine.
but
Let's just say that
Let-
we far exceeded it.
I'll just put it to you like this: it wasn't no 2,000 boxes.
No,
No.
no. So that's one of the most notable things. I mean, we got Grimes at the beginning of the year, so that was a really good addition. He does talk about more than family and children, just not on microphone. We have given him rules that if he does come back on the podcast, he has to take at least 3 shots, not 1, not 4, but 3 shots of Crown before he's able to get on the microphone, because then that kid won't shut up.
There we go.
I know this.
Let's make it 1 4/7.
1 4/7 shot.
Yeah, that way he just talks a little and enough.
I mean, I think it'll take him the third one to tip him over.
So I got a little bit of the hello, Mike. Out with the old,
Yeah.
in with the new.
You do.
Ah,
You did the old, yeah, the new
Look
shit.
at that.
Fucking swanky.
I also learned that while removing steer horns that as a little small skinny white guy I would not do good in prison because I got anally invaded
probed.
by a chair that I fell off.
It wasn't a full anal probe. The sphincter stayed
Yes.
closed. But let's just say plastic horns on a plastic bull do separate.
Yes.
And the spinning chair will spin, and you will fall backwards as if you were doing a little record.
Pirouette right
Yes.
before I
And
hit the ground.
Look, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm glad his wife saw the bruise. It covers the outside of the right butt cheek, all the way up around the curve, back around Saturn, into the dark crevice, and then it stops at the opening of the sphincter. He bruised it all.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was going to
Is
say.
that descriptive enough?
If you were in prison, you'd probably not survive because I'm guessing Bubba has a lot better aim the first time that horn
I
did.
would imagine so.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a shout out to Banana Republic
Yes.
in Miami?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Hey, you said
Out with the old, in with the new. Yeah,
Hey,
no, I got it.
hey.
Hey.
So, I mean, if the customers have been coming in the store, obviously, over the last several weeks have noticed things starting to disappear off the wall and things are gone. And the old picture frame is sort of silhouetted in the different paint style we have now.
Yeah, I'd like to say over the years since 2006, that's an amazing customer base to take a nice yellow and patina it to a not exactly brown paper bag brown, but
No. Well, at some points it is.
yes,
And
it
some of
depends
them-
on the thickness of the frame.
Right. And it depends on if they moved the picture the last time they painted or not
Right.
so much. And then
Dude.
there's a fresher, lighter paper
You know what?
bag on the
You know
outside.
the one thing we made a mistake on not taking a picture of that we should have,
What's that?
just to show people what we collect.
Dust?
Yeah, the rat.
Oh, the rat.
If we would have had a picture of the rat to put up.
I still have it. I can take a picture of it tomorrow and we can put it on this motherfucking podcast.
Because that thing was a chia pet.
That-
But the
oh my
speakers
God.
themselves were chia pets.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
Well, I had to pry the rat off of that fucking pipe. And then I had to pry the rat off of my fingers as I placed it in the bag for a certain customer
Question.
that does want it.
If the speaker stuff was all above the humidor, right? And there's no liquids up there, how did it get sticky?
Good question.
Because I'd really like to know how
Yeah.
that shit got sticky.
Well, Ethan was wrapping up cables today, and he got done. He looked like he went 10 rounds with, a mud,
Oh,
a
mud
mud
glue in his
monster or something.
fingers.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Well, and that's the reason that I don't have the DTC stuff on today because I was just dressed for muck and I'm still dressed for muck.
Right.
Run home, let the dogs out, come back up here and didn't grab my DTC hat.
So as far as old goes, there's not much of the old stuff
Left.
left. I mean, we kept all the pictures. We're going to reframe those. We kept the memorabilia on the walls, and for the near future, we're going to keep that. But for people that are coming up that might be there, we're going to raffle some things off over the next couple of months, memorabilia for
Yep.
people. And if they donate something that they really like, the money will go to Shorty.
Nice.
So we'll keep the old with the people and
Excellent.
give Shorty the future.
There you go. Shorty's got the future to look ahead of.
You know,
Not
why
up to, but ahead to. Maybe both.
Yo, speaking about Shorty, you
Yeah.
see that stuff he does? He built a dog sanctuary now.
Yeah.
So if anybody listening
Oh,
knows anybody that has a trailer, donate to Shorty Rossi Charities because he takes these old things, guts them, and he gives them to a old senile dog that may be aggressive and puts a fence around it, and they get a pool and shade, and they get their own
Right. He does that for
Trailer.
the pit bulls too, though, right?
Little trailer.
pit bulls, and at the same time he's raising. He's got like 6 of these for him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But he also does the chickens and everything too. And you know what else he does, dude?
What's that?
They just went and raided some chick that had a bunch of dogs down there in Mexico with the cops. He's part of that stuff too, not just pit bulls. Like
Well, I
they
mean-
they were badly abused.
Right.
Any dog in need, he's going to be bleeding over. I'm for
He's gonna
sure.
ride it
of
like
that.
a hobby horse.
Yep. Is it the one with the springs? The old school one with the springs that used to pinch
No, it's
you
just
in
the regular one with the little wheels that always
Yeah.
got stuck in the shade carpet and
Yeah.
you'd fall over the fork.
I think
Right.
he's too heavy for the springs because he's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a compact little
Yeah, he
thing.
is. He is. He is.
So,
It's like if you squish Ethan up and put a fedora on him.
right.
That's Shorty. You've seen him. You guys have seen him.
But we're not taking the old carpet.
No.
I actually was joking around about that with somebody today, and I'm like, I'm going to cut out a little piece so I can have a rug at home. And they're like, really? And I was like, no. I'd have to send it to that guy on TikTok or whatever the hell it is, Reels or whatever, that washes the rugs. Can you imagine seeing that nasty shit come out of there?
No, but that would be neat to take it underneath the microscope and do
No.
it like
No.
100,000
No,
times.
not
and
a
see
bit.
the bugs and creatures.
I have laid on that floor a couple too many times. And
What was her name?
No. This was just me fixing stuff or picking stuff up. Or new
Again,
subject.
what was her name?
Right.
Oh, Angel.
Oh.
Paprika.
Steve. No. Paprika.
But
Ladies
the
and
old,
gentlemen,
right?
Welcome to.
The old. There is nothing old.
There's always old.
The attitude's old, but that's coming, so that's not going to be new.
Well, I think that just the change of atmosphere and the upstairs and the new part and new things to be proud of, as well as the old things that you're still proud of, are going to give a little boost. And I think that newness, every once in a while, when you shine something up and you put it back on your table and it looks like a good fucking egg again, that's something to be proud of. Yeah. And not that any of us that work there have not been proud, but this is a whole new level of, it's been there since 2006. It's been there for fucking ever. So now that we get to enter as the team that we have today, a nice, solid fucking team to walk in there and make this a new coming of DTC.
So wait a minute. Is that your segue to the new stuff?
No. You're the one that's fast forwarding through like 8 months.
8 months. We're
Yeah, I
talking
was
about
on
1 year.
January with Grimes, and you were just like, and then there was January again.
I didn't know that, Tony. I didn't know this was a month by month scenario.
No, it's not a month by month.
I don't know what I did 2 days ago. Are you fucking
All right, so the first quarter was amazing then.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so we're up 7-0.
7-0. I feel like the attitudes of the people that are coming in now, that they get to kind of see where the pitchers were and everything that is gone now, and just these lines around these furniture places.
That wasn't
I feel
January.
like no. I know. I feel like their attitudes are turning. Even the ones that were like, "Oh man, this is this has such blah blah
You mean
blah."
they're actually going, oh, that is gross.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
well,
yeah.
yeah.
They're realizing why the need for a move is there, and I think they're coming around to the fact that just because we're going to a different building doesn't mean we don't have the same assholes there ready to take care of you with a smile on our face, a quick joke, and a light of your stick. You know what I mean?
Smile. Whatever. Anyway.
Was that Happy Housewives joke again? Whatever happened to that other commercial?
The Housewives one,
No, I saw that one.
the other commercial.
You made a man one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no, because I couldn't get the voice over to him
Well, that's your problem, not mine.
because I needed to be able to be on there so I could put the voice connected to the. Anyways, more commercials are coming. More media stuff is coming. Our digital master back here has got some good shit, and we're gonna be collaborating more. We're gonna have the podcast room in the new place, so a little bit of the new here. So we're gonna have the
poor
media
Ethan.
room.
Poor Ethan. I don't know what he's going to do with all his free time.
He has nothing but free time right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's going to be done with the point of sale soon.
Yeah, and then what are you
Then
gonna do?
we're going to have meetings with the podcast guy. Make sure the message is getting out on social media. And then we're going to have information with other things, the beer guy.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll just say that we're working on a lot of new stuff for the new place, and we're going to have the ever-evolving DTC right there for you guys to see, unfolding in front of your face.
Yes.
I still want to get those fans that create that hieroglyphic thing that can dance.
That'd be fucking dope. That'd be sweet.
to watch you break dance.
You'll watch me dance and then break something, probably, but
I didn't say you wouldn't have a dish in your hand.
I'm talking more my leg or my knee. My ankles are good. They go all the way around.
Speaking about breaking things, that would be really cool to go to one of them bars where you sign up and you get to smash like the whole kitchen out.
Yeah, smash
Yeah,
them.
Smash Labs or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Man,
Dishes.
can we do that?
You can do that upstairs in the podcast room.
Let's not get carried away here.
Come on. Guy can dream.
All right, so we ran through January, which was a great event we did. The motocross one that got postponed, so we're going to fly into February to 3 events right in a row.
Right.
That was a great time. And then we stressed ourselves out for a little bit because we were bored, and then we jumped into St. Patrick's Day, the piss performance that Stash likes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, such a great performance. You got anything on that, Stash?
We don't have enough time.
Or enough green hairspray for your beard?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, actually, it's shorter now, so
yeah, well,
It is.
we can.
it had to be trimmed a little bit. So,
I don't know what shorter beards are about.
yeah, well,
And then we went into the summer, which just seemed to fucking fly by. Like,
Yeah,
this
it did.
year has gone so fast.
it went quick.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about the summer? The tourism started late.
Yeah.
It did. And there was a lot of pissed off Canadians on the onset.
Yeah.
Holy cow. They were using gosh darn and dang it and all kinds of just horrible language.
I'm telling you,
Oh, man.
be willigers.
Yeah.
It was
But
it was bad there, you know, eh?
we did see Australians and South Africans too at the same time.
We saw a lot of them, and we figured out the code behind all that finally. Mm-hmm. It wasn't they were just traveling to South Dakota for fun. It was like, oh, no, they're working.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's kind of funny.
shout out to them, though, because, I mean, they did patronize. They came in quite a bit, and most of them were really cool. So,
Yeah. Start off a little rough, but they eased up a little bit.
yeah, once they came in a couple times and realized we're just regular assholes. And,
All right.
Yeah.
I did find out one thing. I was talking to a couple from Denmark, and this is probably right around, I don't know, June. And I was like, oh, you know, how long you guys staying in the hills? They're like, oh, only one day. And I was like, only one day? What the hell? And they're like, well, when you come over here from Europe, you literally have to plan every stop and how long you're going to stay at every stop. They were like, and we spent 3 days in Sioux Falls. I was like, oh, shit, ugh. Seems like you could just accordion that a little bit and slip on over here.
You stop and see the river. You go through Mitchell. You see the Corn Palace or wherever the hell the Corn Palace. I think it's
In
Mitchell, I
Yep.
did that,
Yep,
and
yep,
I'll
yep.
tell you
and
what.
then you're out.
Oh, that was an experience. My first time, I went.
The
I
Corn
went-
Palace?
Yeah, yeah. I went in. There's nothing going on. Walked
No, it's
around.
a high school gymnasium.
Yep, I didn't know that. Why'd you tell everybody so quickly?
I'm sorry.
you-
It's got a
I
really
had
cool
an
museum
elaborate thing
of
to tell
corn.
people, and across the street, all those gift stores were closed too. So it really was amazing. We got in, we drove out there, we saw it for 10, 15 minutes, and we drove back.
So that's like going to Wall in February.
Yes.
Yeah, but I still would have got a damn donut.
That's true. They were
And a
open.
5-cent cup of coffee.
But everything else was closed.
And free water
Yes.
if you melt the snow.
Yeah, but you could also probably get an open-faced roast beef sandwich at Wall too. So
Probably could.
Yeah, I could have.
that would be worth it.
No, the Corn Palace. I grew up, or I graduated from a place that's about, I don't know, 45 minutes south of there. So we had to play games in there all the time. What a crock of shit.
They played throw the corn
Oh, God.
and pop the corn
And cornhole, oddly enough.
and bob for corn.
with the
No.
beanbags, not actual cornhole.
Okay.
Not steer
I was
taking down cornhole.
wondering.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so now we're flying through the summertime, and
We are.
we're gonna fly up through the rally. That was
Oof.
that was a interesting show of foreigners this year.
Yes. Yeah.
The Americans,
Yeah, you could tell everything opened back up.
yep, the Americans teetered off and went home early, and the foreigners stayed.
Yeah. It
Well, and I was thinking about that too. There's 2 solid years that we were literally the Vegas of the Midwest and regular Las Vegas because that wasn't even open for a while. And then all of a sudden, America opens back up and they're like, well, we could go to Deadwood for the 8th time in a year, or we could go to one of these many other places. And they went to the other places and then foreigners, which is rad. They're all good.
Oh yeah, they come from everywhere.
Yeah. That's why they're foreigners. Just
Well,
throwing
I mean,
that out there.
That's why they're not
California,
local or-
Washington,
Yeah.
Oregon, those foreigners.
Oh, no,
No, those foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was the year before that you saw Quasimodo in her other eye sets.
Yes. We won't go down that road.
I don't even know. If
They
I know
pointed
that's
to the
true.
ground and scraped.
Knuckle draggers.
And she was only 23.
Yeah.
Oh, poor gal. She has a long life ahead of her.
No back problems.
Yeah.
Just speaking about things today, I had a pancake today.
That is really not great. That is the fucking parallel that you draw from that to that.
No, really, I did though.
Yeah,
and
you
I
did.
ordered one pancake on the side, and the thing was as big as the disc in front of your face, that shining light on you.
It was huge.
Super bright.
Yeah.
So was the pancake.
Yeah.
Super bright.
Super bright. It
Could
wasn't
use some
cooked
sun.
enough.
Yeah, they didn't spray tan it enough before they sent it out of the kitchen. So.
That's always shitty when you get a fucking half done pancake and it's all gooey on the inside.
Oh, it was okay.
It was,
Was it okay?
actually.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, rally.
Yeah, then we flew right into the fancy car show where cars get traded. Man, this one dude showed me he had the builder with his car this year, and he's an old dude. And smoked a cigar, and he showed me the car he had, and he's like, "Yep, that was $700,000 to get it back like that."
$700,000
Yep,
for a car.
Yeah.
yep.
I would love to say that if I had all the money in the world, I would do that, but I still wouldn't do that.
He cashed in his trust and decided to buy a car
Hey, I got excited because.
because he didn't want his kids to have his money. That's what he
Well,
told me.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So it wasn't only just got in the car. It was a big fuck you.
Yeah, my jaw dropped, and I'm like, you know, at the amount, he goes, "What? I didn't want my kids to get the money." So I'm like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "You're damn right, I'm serious, kid."
Fuck them.
And I was like,
them
"Holy
kids."
cow!"
Now, I did get so right after, I think it's right after Rally, isn't it? When the sea people come in and play poker.
See people.
Think about it. They got silk jackets.
Oh yes.
Yes. Trying to be nice. See, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
Bam.
Yeah. Anyway, they roll in, and I actually got a tip from one of them and didn't even buy anything. I about stroked out there, and then a month later, I did have a heart attack. No.
It was just a delayed
Yeah, it's a
reaction.
delayed reaction. So, yeah. So
Yeah, but that
was
wasn't
fascinating.
that wasn't the good spot for Tony. Tony's spot was a little later into the future there, but still in the same year, so we can talk about it.
Yeah. I don't
Did
think we have touched on
you know Tony tried to be Superman?
it. Or not.
Yep. Tony was sitting there contemplating things. And he was on the throne of porcelain, and it's an amazing spot.
yeah.
And as he was overlooking the vast wilderness of his
Bathroom.
kingdom, he was overwhelmed by the fruitfulness of it
Yes.
and the waterfalls that were around.
All the
And-
sounds of nature.
And
Yes.
for whatever reason, he decided to say, "I can fly." And he launched himself off of the porcelain and straight down, and his knees caught him. And he slowly let his face slide across the carpet.
It was
And
great.
he came into work the next day. I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "Fell asleep." I'm like, "On what?" He's like, "Toilet."
The shader.
And I'm like, "Are you sure you didn't check one of your 2 blood meds?" He's like, "We're doing that." He peed and passed out.
Yeah, literally.
Moral of the story is, do not have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were just pushing too hard with a good old shit.
I wasn't doing any of that. I was
No?
just sitting there like, dude, I might have to shit. And I'm like, no, okay, I'm peeing.
I thought you just like summoned the.
No.
No, the stress, just peeing.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good. And then I pulled a fucking Elvis and right off the toilet. And I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
And
got
then-
up, went back to bed, and then I woke up because I didn't even wake my wife up.
Now-
got up the next
now-
morning. She's like, what in the fuck happened to you?
This is the part that as he was telling, I wish Ethan could have like brought in the helicopters from way back,
Right.
Because that is the theme song for his wife, because she yelled at him like, I can't believe you didn't wake me up. And he's like, I passed out. How am I going to wake you up? She goes, that's not the point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What do you want me to do? She's like, you should have wake me up and tell me you're going to go take a pee.
Can we have intro songs? Because when she walks in the building, we just do the.
the Apocalypse Now. Now, the Apocalypse Now, where they're playing the music
well,
out
yeah,
the loud
that-
thing and the Hueys are coming into land, because that's what I... Wonka, 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 wonka. What are you doing, hover wife? What do you want?
Dude, it was funny today. We were packing up shit, and Stash comes over to her. Yeah? Is it funny? Yeah? Is that enough? Is that enough? Huh? You want more? You want more? And he just kept repeating it, and she just kept looking at him like, I'm not angry. Nope. Nope. I'm not angry. Nope. You're not going to get me angry. Nope. I got things to do today.
Well, she did barely lift a TV, so I mean,
Yeah.
she had. It
She
hard.
put the condoms on.
Yeah. That was the other
The
day.
TVs.
The
Oh,
TVs.
oh, yeah,
You mentioned TVs.
yeah.
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 I just wasn't ready for the comment.
Trash bags.
Got it.
Yeah. So, anyway.
All right. So that's the old.
That's the old, and then now moving into the new, we are.
This is Dave, by the way, coming on.
This is Dave. Hi, Dave.
Dave's a builder
Dave's a builder. He's going
of
to tell
many
us
things.
all about the awesomeness of the new store.
At least his name's not Bob.
Yeah. You started coming through here how many months ago?
3 months ago.
3 months ago. And then from then until now, I mean, take us through a little bit of the build up of the build, if you would.
The build up of the build.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Move the mic a little
Well,
bit
because I
closer
mean,
to
half
you.
of the fucking or half of the thing
you go.
with any construction is getting ready to be able to do what you have to do.
Yeah, it all started with the design that they came up with the architect that they worked with, and that was handed over to us, and then we took it from there, getting bids for everything, getting it all priced out, putting it together, and handing the proposal over to them, and they graciously accepted our proposal, apparently.
Now, when you got into it, I mean, there's got to be a lot of stress and a lot of hair pulling out moments, and the toupee looks wonderful, by the way.
Yes.
But you know, getting through all that fucking not red tape, but just that process of building up and getting things put together, because that's got to be the hardest thing is getting those Legos ready to, you know.
It's quite difficult, and being 1,000 miles away, basically, and having to pull crews together and people and contractors out here is quite challenging. And you know, the economy seems to be pretty crazy out here. People are pretty busy, and so it's been quite the challenge. The logistics have been challenging. The weather out here has been a little crazy this year with
Right.
a couple of blizzards, and
And then I got like one question for me, like when you walk into a historic building and you're going to be redoing the inside of a historic building, there's a lot more things that go into play, I would think. Just, you know, this is already here and I've got to build around this and I've got to tweak this and tweak that. And I mean,
there's a ton of things that you run into that you just you never know on a building like this. Structurally, what's going to be there when you do some demolition. I know you guys were talking about you know, blowing things up. You needed to be there at demo day at the beginning. You guys
Right.
would have had a lot of fun.
Lap plaster's an exciting thing to work with.
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. Bring the mask back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and everything's square, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever out of alignment.
no, God, no. Especially that was built in 1903 or whatever it
they're
was.
Perfectly.
It's-
There's
yeah,
no
it's-
settling. That thing's fine.
It's perfectly level.
Yeah.
Especially when it's settling on ground that's already been bulldozed over 3 times because of fires, and they're like, yeah, let's just put it there.
Yeah.
It's probably structurally sound enough to do this.
Building staircases to meet the levelness of the floor was quite challenging.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
always
going to say.
interesting.
Yeah.
Now, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can, so in Deadwood, since it's a historical landmark as a town, correct? Mm-hmm. So there is, I mean, limited is kind of an overstatement, but a limited thing that you can do with the outside. Is it that way with the inside too, or is it just make things fit and make things work?
No, we've had free reign on the inside.
Okay.
They are not questioning anything we do. It's anything on the outside.
Yep. Outside,
It's
you
been a
have
challenge.
very, very strict rules you have to follow.
Yep.
So there's, for example, in town, we didn't want to look like Vegas. So there's not a lot of neons. There's not a lot of LED lights. It's all wooden signs normally lit up by that. There are a couple that were grandfathered in. Wild Bill Bar is one of them. Got the neon.
Yep.
Bodega's another one.
Yep.
A couple others. But for the most part, your signs have to be old school. We didn't want to have all the glitzy neon shit that you get out of Vegas because that's not what we are.
Right.
And it detracts from the actual look of the building.
Yeah.
So
I mean, because if you're coming into Deadwood and you're not a gambler, you're not a drinker. I mean, the architecture is phenomenal to look at.
yep, there's tons of architecture. There's tons of old historic houses in town. I happen to live in one, so there's a lot of other things to do if you're not a gambler, drinker. You know, as far as in the summertime hiking and all the crap that's around here, it's awesome. We've discussed that before, but building wise, yeah, inside, I mean, everything from the doors on the exterior all have to be approved. All have to go through stuff.
Right.
So
And then on our side, like being the crew, we have that anticipation where we get excited about the anticipation.
Right.
Is yours like, I'm not fucking excited until I hit the finish line and this is done? And
We're excited every day that we're there.
that is a
Everybody.
good answer.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good bullshit
Yeah,
answer
it
from
was.
a fucking construction guy.
Dodged
Give me a
that fucking
break.
bullet.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're always excited. The fuck you. Never mind. Go. Continue.
Positive attitude every day. Come
Yeah,
on.
there you go.
Well, welcome. I'm Mr. Negative motherfucker over here. So
Well, don't come over the next couple of days then. You're not invited.
I'll be
I
Mr.
already warned you.
Indifferent then.
I already warned you. What day I'll be there. So you got a day to figure it out. So anyway,
And there is kind of this hodgepodge of we're moving stuff in, and you guys still have to have your room to work and all this other stuff, and kind of a meeting of the minds of, hey, we sell cigars, and hey, we build things that last for a living. Like it feels a little bit
It's
one-sided, but
a little bit of a juggling act.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. But to go back to your previous question, everybody that is working there, tell you the truth, is very excited about it. They're all looking forward to coming back in afterwards, having a beer, having a cigar. The HVAC guy today was looking forward to his kid turning 21 so he can bring him in there and
oh, nice.
have a cigar with them and a drink and stuff. So
Yep.
everybody's pretty excited about it. It's one of the, for all the years that I've been doing this, it's fun to get a project like this. It's just a fun one to be on. It's a cool project. The end result is going to be something that you're going to be proud of. You get to go back and visit it sometime.
Right.
I'll bring my wife out here and, see if I can drag my daughter back out. She's kind of getting old and older. I shouldn't say she's getting old. She's getting older and independent. So,
right.
but yeah, it's an awesome project to be involved in.
Well, I think it's got to be a little bit refreshing that I'm sure, it's better than building a shopping mall or building another fucking cookie cutter house or, this, that, or the other. It's
Yeah.
actually, building a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's pretty interesting.
What's your favorite part of the building so far? Or the layout or whatever?
To be honest, the bar is going to be awesome. It's a
figured you'd say that.
huge bar. And just the layout of it, the amount of people that are going to be at it, it's pretty neat the way. And we've worked with Bill on a couple of the different design changes and stuff, Bill and Jody. So it's going to be a pretty neat feature of it. There's what I like about the whole design. There's in my mind 3 main features there. The humidor is really going to stand out.
Yep.
You got glass doors, nice glass around it. You'll have a great visual of your product on the walls. The bar is a neat feature. The cooler room, that whole wall will be a display, and then the stage.
Yeah.
So really neat, 3 very neat features in that place.
Right on.
Yep.
That is awesome. That
For us,
sounds really lackluster, but no, that is awesome.
It's awesome, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
You got to remember we're all running on like empty. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
all had
Well, you've
very
been
long
working your
weeks.
ass off to get the store ready. We've been working our ass off to empty out this old store. We're going to be gone on the 15th. It's our last day of moving stuff out. So behind the scenes of this podcast, or what we made time to do this podcast, is just everybody on deck and let's get as much shit as we can get done because it has to be done and there's no fucking around anymore. And it's nice that we get to sit down and have a cigar and a beer and just be able to chat about it versus always being face forward to the obstacles at hand. How long have you been in construction?
40 years.
40 years?
Yeah, been doing this since I got out of high school.
Gotcha.
Been in the trades, and it's evolved into different things. And probably 30 years ago, I got into the general contracting business. So I've been a developer in construction ever since then.
Nice. When you got into it, was it just like anybody going into anything, just it's a paycheck at the time, and then you kind of grow a love for it? Or?
It was an absolute fluke. I was had an HVAC company at the time, and a friend of mine started a construction company, and I was doing all his work. He was building quite a few houses every year, and we just had one job that was a thorn in our side, and we both walked out in the front yard to take a break, and we kind of looked at each other, and I made the mistake of saying, I'll take half of your problems if you take half of mine. And a week later, I was in the construction business.
Yeah,
right. So.
And it's kind of exciting because I've seen a lot of the guys come down to have cigars, so they don't have just love for the building. Obviously, they enjoy the environment that we, have provided at the old store and will provide at the new store. When you're a cigar smoker, obviously. Mm-hmm. The layout of there and the new air system and all this other stuff. I mean, what kind of a huge impact is that going to make from, being in that basement where it's just billowing, 3 feet off the ground to
as foggy as this room?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're pretty immune to it because we do it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's going to make a huge amount of difference.
I think it's going to be night and day for you guys. I don't, it actually will be pretty interesting to see how the thing works with the way it's designed. I can't believe that you'll have any smoke lingering around in that place whatsoever.
Gotcha. So somebody that's wandering in off the street that wants to hear a band or whatever, they can actually go in there and maybe sit there and not do the courtesy cough in our face. And
Yep, exactly.
You call that a courtesy cough?
And you'll be able to control it, so it'll be pretty interesting.
Not to put you on the spot, but do you know the specs on it? Like how fast is it supposed to empty the entire air in place?
That I do not know. I know it on the technical side, I guess it's 6,000 CFM of air that the thing will move, which is a ton of air. It's enough to turn that room inside and out. I don't even know how many air changes per hour. But you guys will be able to control it, different speeds depending on the volume of people that are in there. So instead of having the thing dry your hair while you're sitting there, you'll be able to tune it down a little bit if you got less people in there. And then you can just turn it off. Also, if
it'll just be a lot better than what we currently have.
Oh my God, yeah, you guys.
An open window with a fucking fan. Well, yeah.
And the humidor will have its own little ecosystem and all of that, right?
Yeah, you guys have a bath fan, I think, right now, ventilation into the place. So
yeah,
the humidor is, in my opinion, it's kind of state of the art. It's going to be pretty neat. It's got its own. Everything is independent in there, so you'll be able to control the humidity, control the temperature.
Nice.
So you'll really be able to keep an eye on that, and that's completely independent of the rest of the facility.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah, so the reason I like the 6,000 CFM, what is it, a minute or an hour or whatever the hell it is? CFM per minute. Yeah, I had to do the back math there. It's been a while. I don't do math. Anyway.
I don't math, people.
I was just hoping to, the ones that don't get out of the bar at night when you're trying to close down, you hit
That's
high
exactly
and then
what I
walk
was
out the
thinking
door and lock it.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, they're gone.
Yeah.
It's simple.
It just got sucked out the vent, man. I was thinking right around 11 o'clock on a Friday, we turn it off, and all the smoke just starts going, like, all right, fuckers, go. You lovely, lovely people that we love always. That was a little wink for the camera.
No, but so you obviously got into the construction side of the world after your one-sided bet you made there. Sounds like it sounds like you got the losing end of that bet. But so you've been doing this for 40 years. You do everything from commercial to residential to finish work, everything, right?
Yeah, it's been a fun career.
Which would be what a general constructor guy is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can rough in shit, but don't ask me to do finish work.
Right.
Ask my wife about how well I'm good at wallpaper and plaster. And,
Oh God, I did not think that's where that was going. Okay, yeah,
It is.
no, I will.
yeah,
Yeah,
do that. No, don't.
no.
I suck at it.
But you get a lot of naysayers down at the old spot. You know, everybody's really attached to nostalgia and Deadwood and everything like that. So it encourages me to hear your words say that the boys that are working on that are even excited
yeah.
about that. How much like custom work on like a daily thing, like when you're going around and this is not flush at all, and I've got to whittle and fucking figure this stuff out. I mean,
Whittle.
it's got to be. It's got to be more than the average,
He goes
job
out on the
site.
front, sits
about-
down in a chair, takes
Yeah.
a knife, and a banjo starts playing out of nowhere as he whittles off
Gets
a
the
piece of
spittoon
wood.
out.
Yeah.
It's the old measure twice, cut once, but maybe measure 3, cut twice.
Yeah, that one. Right.
So
That's about right.
I'm guessing that's a everyday kind of
about
occurrence.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in that, I mean, you're getting more, personality in that. And I know that I'm shining a turd here, but you're getting more personality out of that. I mean, it is. I mean, when people are putting their blood, sweat, and tears into it,
Yeah.
and they have to make those little adjustments and everything else. I used to live with a guy that was in construction, and you couldn't drive a block without him being like, "Yeah, put that sidewalk in." And it's like, fucking congratulations, man! You dug a trough and then you poured. Awesome. But this is like something that you're like, huh? Fucking problem solving every single day.
Oh, every day. Every day. We got meetings every day with every contractor trying to get things straightened out and working again with Bill and Jolie on lighting and a lot of changes throughout the whole project. So it's been quite challenging.
Yeah.
So, but it's coming together. It's going back to people being nostalgic and you're like leaving a piece of history behind. In my opinion, you're starting a new chapter.
Yes.
A new. You're creating new history in this town.
Yep. Well, you get these people that one bar redoes one room, and oh my god, I can never go into this bar again, and they fucked
Yeah.
up the whole thing, and blah blah blah. The one thing that I think that we have on our side is nobody really steps foot into that building at all for the last 20 some years.
Yeah. Other than it was only used for like wedding venues and it was just big ballroom was all it ever was. And
in
it
my
was never
experience,
used.
Who wants to remember a wedding, anyways?
Yeah.
I personally think Deadwood Tobacco is rescuing or saving that building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So
Well, I mean, just from the problems from the onset of why everything kind of kept on going in circles, they probably wouldn't have found that unless that interest would have been in that building to get the trusses fixed and
right, there was
some
a
stuff out.
Yeah, a lot of pre-work to the building that I heard
Yeah.
before we even entered. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of beams up top, and I'm talking, 12-inch square solid fir wood or whatever the hell they
Yeah.
were using, and it snapped them. So there was a lot of before it could be really occupied per se.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what brought it all about. Was we were interested in that, so they had to do an inspection of the building. Found that they're like, well, shit,
Yeah.
got to get this fixed.
Did a
So-
little cleanup and
Yeah.
we open up walls and find little surprises and stuff.
oh, I bet.
So haven't found stocks or bonds or anything
Wow,
like
that
that. Yeah, we haven't
sucks.
found anything.
They didn't.
No
they-
silver notes.
yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't insulate the wall with cash. Damn it.
No, not even Playboy magazines or anything.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go.
End the podcast. This sucks now.
Yeah, we're done. End it. The big thing I always tell people when they sit there and go, well, I'm going to miss the speakeasy, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, we're just bringing the speakeasy up the road. And I said, furthermore, I can't get vets down there, handicapped
Yeah.
vets. They can't even get down to the place we're at now because we do not have elevator. We fall under historic rules, so we do not legally have to have
Yep.
a, elevator or whatever. And I said, now they can come in. Now they can come in. They can enjoy their smoke. I don't have to carry the poor bastard down the steps and make him feel bad because I got to do something like that. But we can get him in now. So that's it hasn't happened in a long time, but it has happened to me
it has
before.
happened,
So
yeah. Yeah. And there's nothing as a vet centric cigar shop, watching somebody get carried down in a wheelchair just so they can come and enjoy the area and enjoy a cigar. It's fucking heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't go and do whatever they had to do at the time to,
yeah.
have to go through all this shit.
And I mean, we have a lot of customers, and there are all the opposite flip of the coin. There's a lot of customers going, well, there's steps, and I'm like, nope, you can walk right in. And they're like, oh, thank God, because they got canes. And the one gentleman comes in all the time, and he's,
Yeah.
I always
Oh,
tell
yeah.
him, you watch him and it's like, oh, geez, can I get him down there? He's going to fall.
I think there's some wisdom in nostalgia and gratefulness and remembering
Of course.
all the time and energy that went into making Deadwood Tobacco what it is. But from my vantage point, I'm just excited about the move. Like, my first experience of walking into our current shop was right after this historic mud flood back in like 2014. So they had mud pouring in the windows, running down Main Street. You can imagine all of the problems that brings. I mean, so I walk in, the current manager was there, and they were blowing all of the
blowers.
crap off the carpets, trying to get it all cleaned up. And I'm like, what a hole, you know? And then
Let me get a
we're
job
moving
here.
pictures.
I want to work here for 7 years.
Exactly. Cleaning up the old shop, and underneath the window in the back where all that mud came in,
Yeah.
put my finger. I'm looking, and the 3 inches off the floor and the trim, it just looked a little bit funky, and I stuck my finger all the way through it. So I'm going to do a diesel pre-soak the night before, and I'm going to light a match, and I'm ready to move up the street. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's always nice and cold in the wintertime and hotter than hell in the summertime in there. It's great. Yeah.
Well, and when you look at so many different dynamics that is now going to be, accommodated. I mean, you got the non-smokers that just want to come in there and hang out because they like the vibe. You got the vets that are disabled that don't have to be carried down the stairs. You got the aging folks that aren't going to have to worry about that as well.
Me.
Bathroom people.
Bathroom people.
Yeah, they can go to the bathroom now.
The people that live in the bathroom are going to love it, is what Bill said.
We will have bathrooms,
Public
so that's
bathroom
nice. Yes.
sign
Yeah.
out front.
I just need to find a public cleaner.
It's going to look like a 50s gas station.
Yeah.
Now featuring air conditioning.
Yeah. Cable TV.
HBO and a shaken bed when you put the quarter in.
Hey, those fucking things were great, man. I remember those still.
We're face down or back down?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
Depends on my mood.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
He's all fucked up now.
no, I'm not. I'm good. I'm really excited, and I think everything kind of happens for a reason, and the consistent pushback of being able to do this gave Bill and Jody enough time to build a little bit more backing for it. Got you in the job instead of maybe somebody that would have fucked it up, or you don't know how the universe would have really spun if it didn't spin the way it's spinning.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
That's
the
profound, and I don't give a shit what you guys
fuck
think.
was that? Wow.
He got it.
Yeah,
Everything happens for a reason.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
that would have been easier, but whatever.
Hey,
Go around our ass to get to our elbow, but we did it.
It
see,
worked.
that's
Yeah.
the same kind of
worked.
thing that you're saying. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm sticking by what I said.
Anyway, no, it's going to be, I think, something just going to be fabulous when we get it all up and running and everything's
Oh,
going.
it's going to be beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a show place
So the
and comfortable, from what I understand. compared
Yes.
to
Right.
the old.
yeah,
Yes,
which is always a big thing.
lots of that went into the comfort level in there for everybody. So
Yeah,
that's the good thing.
absolutely. You can get a beer and actually relax in a chair that's not poking you in the ass.
I threw that out today.
I've noticed, and I was
That
super
motherfucker was
happy.
He's like, you can get rid of that? Well, then I went upstairs and I couldn't get the other door open, so I had to take the fucking legs off because it wouldn't go through the door. And I'm like kicking it, and Diana's like, stop, you're going to hurt yourself. I'm like, shut up and get out of here. Yeah, it's in the dumpster. One down.
Sure, we could have made
Three
room
to
for
go.
it.
Yeah, the gooch getter. That's what I called the,
The
chair.
gooch getter.
It was the gooch getter is what I called the chair. You sit
Yeah,
down, you're like,
there's-
hey, okay.
I guess I'm not sliding off this bitch.
No.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. But now it was time for to retire some of the stuff, and the old gooch getter is gone. Some of the locals might be upset, but most of them are happy. They don't have to play. They don't have to play the swap the cushion around to get the right seat.
Well, and the new humidor is laid out far better, from what I'm understanding. I mean, I've been in there a total of one time, so I'm kind of going off of not a whole lot of memory because I don't know if you've met me before, but not my strong suit. How many square feet is that humidor for the people at home?
That humidor is
Here we go with math again.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're putting me to the test here.
Hell yeah.
It's got to be about 500 square feet, roughly. Bill's giving me the sign over there.
Twice a bit.
I got clearance for that one. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You need clearance because if you're stuck in the back of the fucking shin kick alley with some
Yeah.
larger person and you can't get out of there, you're going to smell what they had for supper 3 days ago, and it's not.
Good.
No, it's
You
not a
have-
salad.
You have plenty of room to move around in there, I believe.
Yes. I think it'll be
Short,
nice.
It's a tropical rainforest.
Or, yeah, you betcha. Swamp
Yeah.
people. Yep.
Yeah.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, Bill said the last thing you're going to put in is the new gas RV track around the whole thing, so we can deliver beer to the tables on our RV cars. Is that true?
Sure. I heard
Excellent.
that was an option.
That's good.
It's the first time hearing about it. It's actually
Is
happened.
it? Yeah.
It's been lots of talk.
He's like, why the fuck's all this track showing up? I don't understand this. This ain't what I asked for.
Oh God.
I wanted glass. This is track.
Two people would be on their fucking what the heck are they called? Oh my God.
Bumper car?
No, your thing that hovers and takes pictures.
Oh, the
Drone.
Drone,
Ha Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Two people on the drone, two people on the race cars. Let's get this fucking party started.
You got 15 feet in ceiling. You could deliver cigars by drone.
Yeah.
that might work.
Yeah.
Could be a feature.
Well, and if you get it delivered by the RV car, we're not promising that it'll be full by the time it gets there, but it'll get there.
Bill, you might
Quick.
need to call the insurance company and see what kind of other coverage we might need for drone cigar delivery and racetrack. I mean, like, oh,
We light it first and then we drop it down to you. It's the exciting part of the whole cigar.
keeps you on
process.
your toes.
or jumping out of your seat, depending on.
Cigar.
What's that?
Make the drone have a lighter.
Oh man.
Oh, we can do that.
Little cannon torch.
Little
Yeah.
flamethrower.
Yeah.
That would work.
That'd be.
I saw that on one of those video commercials because the other day my phone must have been listening to me, and all of a sudden now I'm getting nothing but his drone ads for his drone, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you motherfucker.
Just passing it on down the line.
Uh-huh.
All right,
listening there,
Stash
Google?
Man. You listening, you spy? What is? I think we've run him through the ringer enough. What is?
I was just getting warmed up.
Oh,
the fuck
well,
you talking? No, I'm kidding.
Go right ahead.
No, I appreciate all the work you're doing and the hard working hours you're putting in to do this. I know it's, you're away from your family, you're away from everything else to get down here and do this, and we all appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I might not show it, but there is a little itty bitty in that black heart of mine that works sometimes and sometimes not. There is a little red
Yeah.
spot still there.
It
so,
sounds like it's beating, but it's actually just coughing.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oops.
And you're just a hell of a nice guy. I mean, you've come into the store a couple of times. I've seen you under the fire of the phone call a couple of different times, and you handle it pretty well. I mean, if you don't sell cigars, but I mean, if you want to go a little bit less stressful than that, contractor.
No stress at all.
No,
It's easy.
it's good. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Never a problem.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
That's what whiskey's for at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. Stash, do you have any of your beautiful visions of DTC? Stash's Gripe Session.
Oh, the new place. I don't think we should get too much anything.
No,
Because
I'm
now
just
instead
saying,
of doing the courtesy cough / I'm going to courteously pull my shirt up over my nose and piss me off right off the bat coming in the door. Now it's going to be, I don't know. Do I want to be in here? No. I don't know. There's no smoke. I don't smoke. I don't know. I like the old place.
yeah.
Out the door. Bye.
Hopefully, we'll still get that guy that comes in with a baby carrier right on the front and just walks in, and
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Sir,
Yeah.
your infant doesn't look like it's 21 yet." Oh, can you not bring him in here? No, dipshit. You're supposed to bring your children into every smoking environment that you can.
I smoke in the car. Cool.
Yeah, right.
Federal government doesn't care what you do in your car. They do care about our building.
They tend to care about that one. I've heard.
They ain't gonna give you a ticket for it.
So out with the old and in with the new. Thank you so much for helping us get to the vision that Bill and Jody have had for quite some time.
You're welcome.
Making it or bringing it to fruition and giving us a new home to be at.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been a team effort. First priority that I work for is backed it up real well, and Yeah, they put a lot of effort into it to get it to the stage, and we're trying to take it to the home plate here and get you guys in.
That will be nice.
Oh, so nice.
Yes. I don't know. Who's sweeping the floors? Bacon.
Grimes. Yeah, bacon.
Bacon.
Fucking
We
bacon's
got
going to do
bacon.
it.
Bacon.
Just in case nothing goes right, we're not going to talk about bacon for a while.
No.
It's bacon! I can't wait to scream that every time he walks into the fucking door.
Bacon, 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 bacon.
Yep.
Anyway, more about bacon later.
Yeah, more about bacon later.
I'm not trying to spoil the
Yeah,
spoilers
the
too much.
surprise. Oh, man.
No.
But yeah, thanks for coming on, man. It's been a real pleasure to be able to talk to you. You did
Thanks for
phenomenal
having
for your first podcast, honestly. We've had guys that have been on quite a few, and they either, yeah.
Don't expect too many phone calls after
Sit
this
here
for
and
work.
stare.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
Hey, you guys want to hear really shitty words that I wrote that I read really choppily?
Would love to.
No.
Excellent. So this is one of the things that we were talking about before about putting some new stuff on the podcast. In my free time, I do. Did you just put Deep Thoughts by Hanson Pierce? Oh, fuck. In my free time, as everybody probably knows that has been watching for a little bit, I'm the sober guy. I kind of take time out of my days to write a little mental health and sobriety thing. So I'm kind of tweaking it to bring it onto the podcast as well. So if you'll sit with me here and help, or not help me, but just stay with me while I butcher this
They're
real
going
quick.
to sing along or what?
Yes.
Okay.
If you could bring up the words on the bottom where they bounce and then go along
Yeah.
with it, that'd be great.
Some little violin music in the background would be really nice too.
Exactly. So this is what I came up with for today. I hope you guys don't mind my little ranting. If not, just tune out early. I don't care. Whatever.
It's the joy of YouTube.
Okay, so this one is called Out with the Old and In with the New. The ebb and the flow of life seem a bit more tumultuous as the years go by. I remember as a kid feeling like there should be this magical shift in mindset and intentions when a certain date came to pass on the calendar that was perched on the side of my avocado-colored fridge as a child. One of those dates was New Year's. I remember struggling to stay awake long enough to watch old Casey Kasem do the epic countdown to New Year's, wondering if I would be able to witness the magic of the switch from 1989 to dun 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 1990. The promise of a new and better era looming in my young and impressionable mind's eye. It all seemed so fucking possible. But was it? As the same shift of days came 10 years later, I was still in wide-eyed wonder. However, the wonder was a different kind. Prince had already prophesied through song that we would have a year-long party. Because to party like it's 1999 for 365 days is an arduous task, but I tried my best. I gave it my all. At the time, I was a traveling DJ, and I was tasked with venturing out to a small podunk at best town in eastern South Dakota to bring in January 1st. I was quasi-familiar with the area as, one of my number of grandparents had settled their bodies there to retire years earlier. That being said, I was no more known there than I would have been if I walked into the middle of a church service in my hometown. Nobody would notice me or recognize me. Adding to the always awkward performance art that can basically be classified as the equivalent of a human jukebox for hire, a monkey pushing buttons on a tape recorder at that point in time. We and the attendees both had a modicum of doubt and fear for that night. For if you can remember all the way back then, our minds were set that the ever-dreaded Y2K was moments away. We all partied indeed, like it was 1999 and beyond. Like it was the end of the world, like tomorrow might never happen. Like we needed to feel alive before we couldn't feel alive anymore. I don't want to spoil it for the kids that are listening, but nothing fucking happened. Not a damn thing. No magic moment of time travel to 2000, no magnetic explosion that was promised to wipe out all the banks, no fucking apocalypse. Well, shit, I said to myself. I woke up the next day with only a hangover to show for my celebratory exploits. I still had bills to pay. I still had to do work to survive and feed myself daily more than just my stipend of vodka and Durell Light 100s. Now let's fast forward another 20 years to 2019. I think we all know where this segment is headed. The world of promise in our peripheral actually had promise again. I was looking forward to New Year's again for the first time in 20 fucking years. There was an energy in the air that I could ponder back on in time in my life that I felt excited again, just to see that new year happen. I truly had a feeling that things were finally going to change. Well, maybe not to the extent that they did, but who in the hell could have guessed that would have happened anyways? I mean, my feeling was right. That turned into a year that none of us will soon forget, but who wants to talk about that shit any more than we're obligated to on a daily basis because people bring it up on a daily basis. The one thing that I can say is it created a new thought pattern in me, a new way of seeing the world, and in effect, a new way of seeing myself. As a result of all those previous New Year letdowns, all that happens to me anymore is an alert goes across my iPhone that it's New Year's Eve. That was supposed to be wiped out by Y2K. Damn it. Nowadays, the thoughts have shifted into my salt and peppered mind. That any moment, hour, day can be the day that you make a change. Who needs a human construct of time to dictate when you resolve and make a change? Why do we wait for a holiday to change? Change happens gradually. You have to fuck up from time to time. You need that error just to get to your next trial. You can make a magical change at any time. Out with the old and in with the new, I say. For every day that you live, your life is a new life's start and end. Stay strong, Anxiety Army. And remember, the first step of change is hard no matter what day it lands on. The first step is just that, the first step to a better you. Shaking Man, out.